What's going on? Move the Mouse back in City Skylines. Let's play Season 10, Episode number 23. Yeah, 23. So what I wanted to do today, and I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I'm actually following through, is I want to work on King's Forestry a little bit. So let's come on over here. Forestry main building. Let's check out where we're at. We need workers. We've already produced the goods, huh? So we've got some demand for industry. We could try and get this thing going. What do we have? What's in our production chain right now? So we're making 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 small tree plantations. We've got 3 sawmills, 2 storage yards. That's storing raw forest products. So this is actually a little out of whack. You want them... Let's move these around right away. Right? Just for a traffic flow perspective. Let's move these around. Because if you're leaving... the tree plantations, you pretty much have to drive by this way. So let's do that. That'll break our power lines for a minute. That's okay. And then we can do the sawmills over here. So yeah, think of it this way. You come into the zone, you're a truck, you're going to one of these places, or you're originating from one of these places. To leave, you kind of have to drive by this on the way anyways. We could even potentially have thought about this more before we committed, but that's not as fun. We could turn them this way. Will it fit? Will it fit? Will it fit? It looks like it would fit there. Really? No? Was it? Hold on. Let's move this. Let's move this. Come on. Sometimes you gotta move it a couple times. Let's see if this will fit back in there. Yeah, it will. I thought that would fit. Okay, so if you're leaving here, you can store the raw forest products over here. And again, same thing. If you're leaving here, you can store them there before you come here and get the processed plain timber. I was gonna say processed, and then from there we can also take raw forest products and turn them into paper, and those two things go into the furniture factory. So pretty simple what we're doing over here, but we need a lot more of it if we're going to get more workers and get this leveled up and unlock some of the other buildings. So what do we have? We could do more trees, although right now, quick look, we've got good amounts of both units, I guess. Those are doing all right. Looks like we could use more trees, I guess. So let's do a couple of the, what are these, the mediums? Let's do that. 3 more mediums. See where that gets us employee-wise. A possible 623 workers. We need 550 to get to the next level. I should have looked at how saturated we were, how full we were before. There's a lot of slots for uneducated workers. Does Industry 4.0 help that? Policies. Is that city planning? Alter the nature of the industrial workforce. All industrial workspaces are for well and highly educated citizens. Sure. So what does that do to our industrial area? Should I have done that probably a long time ago? I wonder if that'll make a difference. Hopefully that causes it to go up. Throw it on 3 times speed for a minute. One of the problems that we're having is one of our biggest demands right now is residential. So how do we hook all this together? So I've got an idea, and it all starts with a road. And some of you may be thinking, roads where we're going, we don't need roads. But actually we do. These are for cars and they need roads. So we're going to connect. This one is kind of a short street. This one actually carries traffic. So I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to bring this one down, you know, kind of down, maybe kind of down here before it does something like that. And now we could, if we wanted to, you know, bring a neighborhood up through here. Maybe not too close to whatever this is, the hypermarket. So we'll do that. And then let's connect a couple of these through. Do we go? Jeez, I'm not sure. We'll come up pretty close, but not right on top of that other street. That could work. And then why don't we do one more street through here? Now, do we connect that? I don't think here, but I think over here. That could be okay. Let's do that. Let's get the water going over here. And then we'll go back and check our industrial area and see if anybody has moved in. But the fact that we have so much residential demand, we really got to meet that before we get too worried about filling in jobs. There might just not be enough people in the town. Then again, we've just made them for educated, well-educated, highly educated. So we might actually have shot ourselves in the foot there for new residents moving into our town. But that's okay. That's not a first here. Sometimes we like to make things more difficult. And by like to make things more difficult, I mean, sometimes I just don't think about stuff ahead of time. And, you know, these are the challenges that are in the game. Just good things to keep in mind. I like to make the mistakes and not overthink it, not give you this highly polished build, because it gets people thinking about the things that they mess up. And sometimes I mess up real bad and it's entertaining. So over here, we don't need to be shy about spamming in trees. We do want to be careful over towards the edge of the map, and I'm actually going to clean that out for a minute, because what we want to do is we want to feather off towards the edge of the map a bit. That's one thing. 2, we want to start mixing in some other trees in here, because I just spammed a bunch of conifers when I built this, just to kind of say, hey, reminder to fill this in, but I never actually came back in and filled it in. So like right here in the immediate area of the forestry area, like it's totally fine to, in fact, it's preferred. I shouldn't even say it's totally fine. You want really thick trees in the area. That's THICC trees. But either way, you want, you know, you want thick forestry. So we'll do that kind of right up. Is that too much? Let's get some alders in there. You know, so we'll do little bit by little bit, kind of trying to finalize and finish things off. But I kind of like that. It's one simple road, right? There's not too much to this farming zone. I keep calling it farming. There's not too much to this forestry zone, but you know, you get it at the right angle. You see it in the background. It's doing a good thing for the city. In fact, let's see if we're doing good by it and getting people to move in there, or work there, I should say. 47 jobs available. That's good. So we are going up. And we didn't even move anybody in yet, so. Who's complaining about water over here? Yeah, like, you have water. That pipe did not prevent you from getting water. That's ridiculous. You had water. Stop. We will medium brush. Is there anything we don't wanna? We can go all the way down here. That's totally fine. We don't want to go right up on top of the backside of the hypermart, so hypermarket. Let's do that. Kind of fill that in. We'll go all the way around back here. We do have a little bit of commercial demand. Let's do this. Let's see here. So we'll do all that. We'll get rid of that house there. Maybe we'll get rid of those right there on the end. Just to have a little bit of buffer for a commercial zone. Or for where the commercial traffic is right now, I should say. And then what we can do over here is, as you come into this little area, maybe there's a couple shops. You know, nothing too crazy. There's a couple shops right there. And in fact, maybe there's a couple shops right here. And let's go to what? Small. Let's just go to fill. And we'll take the little houses off this side of the street. And maybe even this one diagonally. That'll work. That'll help move some people in. We didn't do the collider. I kind of wonder now. We've got a tight budget. I haven't really looked at it too much. It's not doing the best. So I don't know if we could afford the collider necessarily. Can we just... Yeah. We'll come straight across and hook that up for now. We'll do that. We'll delete it. You know, I guess the collider's nice, but we're doing fine. I think we're doing fine. Where are we at high school wise? So we're good capacity. We can probably use one more to cover all the people that will move into this area. Let's do that kind of right here on this this square. And then what are we at? We're actually kind of cutting it close on elementary. So where's that that good cross through street? So we'll put the elementary school there, kind of at the bottom of the mountain. It's a little cut out over there, but we can deal. Is the sun day-night cycle on? I feel like it is. Either it just feels darker than normal. Day-night cycle. We'll turn it on. We'll turn it on. We'll do the next episode at night. So we've got a little bit of elementary and high school coverage over there. We'll probably do one more elementary somewhere up here if we end up filling this in with residential. But right now, our demand is for commercial. Maybe we get another pocket in there. We're going to try and not grow the city too much above where it's at. But we will need a couple pockets to fill in, like this residential area. So we'll balance accordingly with what it's looking for. And we've got some spaces we could zone more commercial along this strip. It would be a fine spot. In fact, it would probably make a lot of sense if this had zoning along it. But I mean, it doesn't not make sense, right? You have edges of towns where, you know, the roads might start winding up into the hills, and there's a very solemn memorial to an event from the future. If you weren't here a couple episodes ago, this is commemorating a disaster that happened in another city of mine. Season 2, Season 3, Let's Play. And I dropped it in and named it before that date in game, so it hadn't actually happened in the parallel universe. Couple fires this episode, nothing too big. Don't worry, they'll be back. So one quick look over here. You know, we got to keep grinding, keep pushing this along. Where are we at? 429 workers. We need 550 to get to the next level. So, I guess let's see where we're at down here at the end of the road, processing wise. So it looks like we need more paper. Wait a minute, doesn't this make paper? That makes paper. Okay, never mind. What do we need over here? We're doing pretty even, so maybe we add another plant for paper? Just to get some more jobs in here. Biomass, pellet plants. Yes, we'll do that for now. And that should give us enough jobs that we'll have an overage there. Out of 693 jobs now. So we'll keep an eye on this. We'll keep grinding it. We'll keep pushing and chugging along. And I'm gonna do something. I'll come up with it, but you know, we'll do something like we did over here with the flow of the farmland, kind of feeding some of the traffic into the zone. I mean, it's not as busy as the farmland in terms of how it's pushing some of the goods and processing around, but I really like this build. I like how it's coming along. Apologies for the shorter episodes this week. I know many of you are used to the longer form stuff. Oh, let's hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm gonna stop talking. It is a cool build. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a really cool build. Let's check some cinematics out. Well, I say thank you so much for tuning in, and hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned or laughed or found something that I did horribly wrong and left a comment down below. Anyway, it went down. It's appreciated. Thank you so much for the support. Likes, comments, shares, all help, and they're all greatly appreciated. If you're new, subscribe. You stuck around, you probably would watch more of this. I'm guessing you thought he fell asleep. And sometimes you need those kinds of channels too. So, hey, subscribe for that. I don't care. Fall asleep. If you got questions, come on over to the Discord. Link in the description down below. Great group of people, and regardless of what platform you're on, we've probably got an answer for you. Sometimes it's legitimate, sometimes it's a smart, useless, sarcastic response. But either way, again, hopefully you enjoyed. If you'd like to support the channel, links to that and lots of other things in the description down below. By the way, hey, take a peek down there at the bottom below the video. You'll see the first of more shirts to come. So there's shirts for men and women, hoodies in both a zip and a pullover. I like all the designs. That's why I put it out there. So if you'd like to support the channel and get a t-shirt or a hoodie in the process, click the link down below for that. But thanks so much. We'll see you again on Friday with another episode of Rosewood. And we'll start, we'll probably start in the dark that time. I'll save it and pick up where we left off. Who knows what we'll do then, but yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. And find out Friday. See you then. Till then, Move the Mouse, signing off.